Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Kyauk, Managing Director at NightDragon. Joins me to discuss what's driving the change in 2024 cybersecurity budgets and the evolving role of the Chief Information Security Officer, known as the CISO. Morgan, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
I'm happy to be here.
All right, you got it. And we've seen a lot of companies adapting budgets in 2024. What are you seeing in cybersecurity? Are budgets generally going up or down?
I think constant with the past 5 years, it's continued to go up. It's largely due to the threat landscape that we face, the constant innovation we're seeing in the technology landscape, and the fear of companies being the next headline that they read about in a potential breach. And so we actually recently did a survey across our CISO Advisory Council, and it's been consistent where budgets continue to go up. Now, the allocation of that budget continues to change in this ever-changing environment, especially as we've seen AI impact a lot of the traditional ways that we've done cybersecurity.
Yeah, and that's an important distinction to make. So what would you say is driving those changes in the budget and in today's threat landscape?
Yeah, I would say two factors, right? The rise of AI that has put a lot of pressure on chief information security officers to begin to think about the adoption of AI. We need to think about how we treat data within enterprise organizations, how that data is exposed to these training models, and then how we think about the input and output of that data as we think about leveraging the potential of AI and answering critical questions for the enterprise. The other aspect of it is the threat landscape, which continues to worsen. We read about the daily headlines which continue to see larger enterprises continue to be breached and also suffer a pretty significant cost associated with that breach. As a result of that, we continue to see budgets grow in this environment, as well as budgets continue to be allocated towards the strategic initiatives that enterprises are executing towards around AI.
From an investor perspective, what are you watching around AI?
I think 2024 is going to be really about enterprise AI adoption. Recently, Klarna put out a press release around the cost savings that they've been able to generate using generative AI. I think we're going to start seeing more and more of that, especially when you think about the benefits around efficiency AI can create. So I think 2024 is really about realizing the potential of AI in the enterprise.
Mm-hmm. And with that said, how's the role of CISOs evolving with the introduction of new technologies and innovation?
Well, I think CISOs have a tough job because they not only need to keep up with the new technologies and innovation, but they also need to keep up with the threat landscape and how threats are ever changing in this environment, how threats themselves are going to leverage AI as we think about this new type of cybersecurity attack that can occur. And so when they begin to think about the attack vectors that are forthcoming in the next 3 to 5 years, they need to think about newer innovative technologies that can defend against those attacks. And that's an ongoing dialogue and ongoing conversation CISOs continue to have with their boards, with their management teams, as well as with the industry and ensuring what best practices are out there.
We hear a lot about AI, but what other technologies do you have your eye on?
One of the things that we're focused on here is really just the use of AI in unlocking automation. Automation is going to be critical, especially when applying AI to cybersecurity. So automation in all aspects of helping security analysts take a look at hard problems, help to remediate those hard problems, but at the same time, leveraging AI to gain new insights with the massive amounts of security-related data getting generated within an organization. So the automation piece of AI is something that we're heavily focused on when we think about new investments.
And to wrap things up here, what else is on your mind in early 2024?
I think we're cautiously optimistic for the year because of the dynamics we're seeing in our market. From a macro perspective, we're seeing demand come back for newer innovative technologies. We're also seeing strategic M&A pick up in our category as well. And so it'll be a very interesting year for cyber, as it usually always is. But I think with the advent of enterprise usage of AI, it's something where we're going to see a lot more activity from a capital markets perspective.
All right, certainly interesting. Appreciate the insight, Morgan. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks for having me.